Good morning. What is today? It's the first
The
already.
first, yeah.
March 1st, 2024. Had a couple things, I guess. Floyd, you want to mention our future meetings and our circus and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I can talk about that. Yeah, well, first of all, the next our next gathering is coming up on Monday. We're at our networking lunch on the 4th of March at the Applebee's on Olive and 270 there at 11 o'clock until whenever. We say 11 to 1, but we used to gather for lunch. There were times when I didn't get away from there till about 2 o'clock. Had a good group. They just didn't want to give it up. And then on the 19th of this month, we got our main event, which we've got Brad Sumrock going to be telling us about all the advantages of investing in apartments, multifamily units. Plus, we're going to have pizza too. Going to have pizza, and on top of that, we're going to have giveaways tickets to the circus as a sponsor of the Shriner Circus. St. Louis Real Estate Investors gets a block of tickets, and we're going to be seeing that all of our members get a chance to do that. We're having a drawing, and hopefully, everybody that wants a ticket will get one. So that should be good. I know the circus is fun. I took my grandkids last year, and looking forward to taking them again. Other than that, just meeting here on every Friday at 11 o'clock for normal networking. So hopefully Kathy will be coming on here in a little bit. I don't know, Laura, do you want to go ahead and give your disclaimer before while we're waiting for Kathy about it when
Sure.
we do our networking? Okay.
I can do that. Let's see here. Good morning and welcome, everyone. First, I'd like to do a bit of housekeeping. Feel free to unmute yourself when it's your turn to speak. Please be mindful of everyone else by muting yourself while others are speaking. You're welcome to put any contact information that you want to share into the chat. We meet here to share deals, look for deals and solutions we have in need with our real estate. We are not your financial advisors, attorney, or accountants. We do not endorse or recommend any specific solutions or contractors here. You're advised to do your own due diligence to your own satisfaction before you invest. The first Friday of each month is Ask the Attorney with Ms. Catherine Davis. Our meetings are typically recorded, so only share what you want others to know.
Okay. Thank you, Laura. And assuming John's keeping an eye out for when Kathy pops in here. But
Yeah, do you happen to know the address for the lunch at Applebee's there by any chance, Lloyd?
it is, let's see, I should have it here. I had a newsletter. Here we go. It is 11950 11950 Olive Boulevard in Creve Coeur. And it's in, if you got your last month's newsletter, it'll be in there on page 3 on your newsletter. And if not, go to our website, STLREIA.com, and look for it there on the events. We got on the events page. Anybody else got anything in the chat here? Okay, yeah, John put it in. Thank you. I was gonna say, while we're waiting for Kathy, we got Dave Soto on here. He's he's with Soto Property Solutions, one of our sponsoring vendors. And if you want to give us your little rundown of your services and maybe give us an update on your campaign for the state house.
Yeah. Okay. So for those of you that haven't heard of us before, we're Soto Property Solutions. We're a full service property management company. We manage properties we have 2 offices, one in Cape Girardeau, which is our main office, and our other office in St. Louis and all of that. and we manage properties from Charleston, Sykeston, up through Perry County, then all around the St. Louis area. We're a full service property management company. We take care of everything from tenant screening or tenant search to searching and finding them, doing background checks, getting them in place, lease signing, maintenance problems, all the way till they terminate their lease and move on. We'll put it back on the market and take care of everything. Like I tell people is that we pretty much, you don't hear from us unless there's an issue. You hear from us on the 15th of the month to let you know that your money has been deposited in your bank account and your statement is available online. And you don't hear from us unless there's an issue, a problem, or if a tenant's giving notice, we give you notice on that too. So that's about the extent of the company. Stacy Lowe, I know she's ill, so I don't think she joined us, but she is our business development manager in the St. Louis area. So any questions or like to know more, contact Stacy. I'll put her contact information in the chat. So about me running for state rep, I have been involved in the legislative process for well over a decade, both with Missouri Realtors advocating for real estate rights and with NFIB advocating for small business. And I've been in Jeff City so many times working with our legislators. I just thought it was time for me to jump in and get down on the floor and get some work done. As somebody just told me, another rep, when he decided to run, he told his wife, well, you got to look at it this way. I have something to say and I can't say it if I'm not in the room. So in a nutshell, that's why I'm running. Been very interested in politics for a very long time. Continue to work on real estate rights and small business rights. So that's why I'm running. So running as Republican, conservative Republican. There's not going to be a Democrat in the district. The district covers Perry and St. John County. We filed on Tuesday, and there's two of us running for this office on the Republican ticket. There's not a Democrat, and that could change. Filing doesn't close till the end of March. So that's what's going on. And been working on this since July is when I announced, and been doing an awful lot of meeting people, getting to know people, and trying to do all the things you need to do to get yourself known in your position, known and get elected. So,
hey David, question for you: How do you see your chances of winning?
I'm going to say very good. I do have an opponent. He's a young man out of St. John, and he was a city councilman there for one term. He ran against, before the redistricting, the state rep there, the incumbent. After his first time, this young man ran against him and did not win. So he does have an advantage that he has campaign experience. But I think my experience as a businessman, he's 32 years old, and I've been in business for 16 years. So I think I've got an advantage on experience on the business side over him. And prior to that, I was in the computer service industry for decades, and I worked for large companies. My last job was with Hewlett Packard. I was a project manager for a region. I was a regional manager. I think I have a lot more to bring to the table than he does. So that's the message I have to get out there.
Okay, at least you're not running against an incumbent, so that gives you a pretty good edge right there too.
I would not do that. The other advantage I have that I'm not taking for granted, but this is a nice thing to know, is that voter turnout is very low. It's surprising when I do the numbers on voter turnout. The district has 37,000 people. There's only about 3,000 Republican voters that vote, right? And it's a 2-to-1 between Perry County and St. John County. It's 2-to-1, twice as many voters vote in Perry County than do in St. John County. So I'm not taking St. John County for granted. I am working that, and but that's why I feel like I have a little bit of an advantage.
Okay, well, we wish you well
Thank you.
with your campaign. We'd like to see more people in Jeff City protecting property rights, so as property owners. Okay, Well, I guess while we're waiting for Kathy, I guess we can go ahead and get going with our networking and haves and wants. If you have something real estate related, either property to sell, or you're looking for a property in a certain area, looking for your next project, maybe somebody's got something they're wanting to sell, just haven't thought about putting on the market yet. No. Or if you're a wholesaler and you got something under contract, you're looking for an assignment, sure got a boatload of investors here today, maybe looking for their next project. Okay, yeah, I see Fabian. Get your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I have one vacant unit in a fourplex that is ready for occupancy. It's in Tower Grove South. I'm taking Section 8. It's about 900 square feet. I can put in the apartment number in the chat. It'll be ready as of like the middle of this month. Still have some small maintenance like paint the deck and so forth, but it's ready for Section 8 rental or standard rental unit.
Okay, so you got a Section 8 unit
Yes.
ready to rent, or just getting close. Okay. Okay, I see PJ has her hand up. Why don't you go ahead?
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
I'm having a little trouble hearing you. I don't know about anybody else. Can you speak
Okay,
up?
let me see. One moment. Let me turn up my speaker here. Is this better?
A little bit.
I hear you very well. So is anyone else having an issue hearing me okay? Okay, so
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a wholesaler. I am new to the Missouri market. I'm looking for a buyer's agent. I have properties that have been listed on the MLS. And so I need a representative, and I also need someone to help educate me about the Missouri market. I am out of California.
Okay, do we have any realtors on here today? Well,
Yes.
then David, here we got David Soto and Stacy are both our realtors. You just put his information in the chat there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And yeah, anybody else that's a realtor and wants to give PJ your information, go ahead and put it in the chat.
Hey, Dave, would you like to mention that verbally too, just so anybody watching the replay could jot that down?
Sure, you can reach Stacy at 636-305-3380, extension 311. Her email address is stacy@sotops.com. P as in property, S as in solutions.com. So Stacy can help you in either market, either in the St. Louis market or in Southeast Missouri. So that's one of the things I think we have to offer, is that we can be diverse in our property location. So if you're interested in a good property that's going to rent, if we can find it in Sikeston or find it in St. Louis or find it in Perryville, we cover all that market.
May I just add something real quick?
Sure.
I have several properties that I need to have offers made on. So that's what I've already gone through the due diligence on these properties. So I just need a partner to get them out to the real estate agents on these properties and make a deal.
Yes, please give Stacy a call. She'll be happy to help you.
Excellent, thank you.
What's your number, PJ?
My number is I'll drop it in here, but I'll say it also. It's area 628-251-8597.
Thanks.
And that's PJ like peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, thank you, PJ.
You're welcome.
Okay, and she's got her information in the chat there now too. Thank you. Okay, who's next? Who wants to, who's got something to offer? If you have, contractors too, we exchange information about a lot of contractors. Something we're always in need of is, good contractors as property owners that maintain our properties well. We need, it takes a team to maintain them. So, anybody had okay, there's, Maximilian. Go ahead.
Maximiliana.
Ileana, thank you.
Yes, Maximiliana. Just wanted to introduce myself, say hi. My name is Maximiliana Sales. I live in St. Louis in the Tower Grove South area in South City. And I am here. This is my first meeting. I am new to real estate investing. I would love it if somebody, there was somebody in the group that I could meet and take you out to lunch and, just have you share your experience. I do want to start off wholesaling, and I am looking to add to my end buyers list. I am going to start off concentrating primarily in my neighborhood, South City, St. Louis area. So if you're interested in your purchasing homes in that area, please let me know. My phone number is area code 636-300-7656. That was 636-300-7656. Feel free to send me a text with your name and email, and I will be happy to add you to my in buyers list. And thank you. And if there's anybody, like I said, that wants to spend some time with a newbie, giving back, when you remember when you were first getting started and you were hungry and anxious and didn't really know a lot, but you knew you were going to be successful, and you want to share that with me, I'm here. So thank you. Appreciate it.
I was gonna say, if you can get away on Monday at 11 o'clock at the Applebee's on Olive and 270, there'll be a bunch of us there, like experienced folks, and we usually add some newbies also.
Yes,
So
thank you.
You won't have to buy us lunch. We're buying our own lunch, so that'll save you that.
We can
All
buy
right.
you dinner on
Well, yeah.
our Tuesday meeting.
Yeah, we're buying dinner on Tuesday too, on the 19th. So you have an opportunity. You can come in and have pizza and network with a lot beer group there on Tuesday the 19th.
Hey, I'm sorry. Is your name Maximilian? How do you pronounce that?
You have to pretend like you're Italian and you're in the kitchen cooking and say Maximiliana, and you got to get all 6 syllables out. And I don't go by Max, and I don't have a nickname, so it is Maximiliana. Okay. So are you specifically looking at wholesaling deals, or are you looking at basically buying? I have like a couple of properties in that area, so I had an Airbnb that actually turned into a long-term rental off Wyoming and Gustine. So I have a property over there, and I have a fourplex about half a mile out from there. So I'm willing to meet with you. I just actually moved to the St. Louis area about 6 months ago, and so far I've purchased one fourplex, a townhouse, and I have another property under contract at the moment out in the Pattonville area. So I'm willing to meet with you and kind of, give you some of the ideas that I've implemented here since I've been in the area for the last 6 months. So willing to share. Yeah. So willing to share and meet up. Thank you for being. I'll send you my info and then we can connect. But thank you. Yeah, I'll put my email address in here and you can just reach out to me.
Okay, and Maximiliana, if you want to put your contact information in the chat there also. Somebody else might
Thank you.
Might want to talk to you.
Yeah, it looks like Kathy might be running late. I talked to her this morning. She's supposed to be here, but I don't see anything from her, so she must have had something took a little bit of her time here, so we'll just wait and give her a few more minutes. So, yeah, keep networking. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for the update, John. Yep. She's a busy lady. This isn't like when we started. We during the pandemic when they put a moratorium on evictions, and she had plenty of time. She never missed a meeting every Friday. Now we're happy that she puts us on her schedule on the first Friday of the month, but you can't always depend on that even. But no, okay.
Hey,
Well,
Lloyd.
yes, Jay.
Yeah, I'm going to throw my 2 bits in here. I'm a private money blender. I specialize in fix and flips, fix and keeps, and refi reboot borrowers. I also finance commercial purchases. Please pass my name on. My email address is j@Roman, that's ROHMAN, nationwidehouses.com. That's j@romannationwidehouses.com. And I'll put my stuff in the browser as well.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? I see Ron Nash on here too. We're talking about private money lenders. You want to give your pitch, Ron? And unmute yourself.
Yeah,
There you
well,
go.
if Ron won't, oh, there he is. Never mind. You think I know that by now? Ron Nash. I'm a private lender. I loan money to people who are rehabbing residential properties. Been doing it for several decades. And also I have working with me another person that I'm training up to do the same, Dr. Charles. And so we'll be using both his money and my money both. And it's all of our own personal money. We're looking for loan to value within 65–70% range for the tops. And we typically loan for 6 months, but being a private lender, everything can be rearranged to suit your needs. And so if you know of anybody out there, yourselves, or if anybody in your respective networks that needs the cash, ask them to call the Nash. Phone number 314-323-1659. And I will be putting this into the chat room. In addition to this, I'm also looking for somebody who has had some good luck with someone who has provided work on houses with soffits and fascia. I have a job right now that I need some fascia and soffits, so I would like to have a referral of someone who has good luck with somebody that they've already worked with in the past. Also, for Maximiliana, I would like to say I'd be happy to meet with you and become a source for you as you move forward in your career here in Missouri. Thank you all very much.
Hey, thank you, Ron. Anita, you were about to say something. Why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, so Maximiliana and I are in the same, we're under the same group as far as we're learning at the same time. So we're both pretty new at it. I have a home here that I'm running some stuff out of. So I've got a little bit of a start, but we're both learning kind of the same thing. So both looking for any leads we can to try to learn this stuff and trying to figure out all the ins and outs, and absolutely I'll be trying to attend some of the different things with her and trying to do some networking. I sent her the little email so she could see everybody here. So I'm excited to see her speak out and network with you guys. I'm excited to see all this. So good job, girl. Excited to see this.
And I wanted to let everyone know too, one last thing is that I'm going to be trying to be at the Applebee's restaurant on Monday. And so I hope to see many of you there. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, should have had a good group last time, and hopefully as word gets out, we'll have a bigger, even bigger group this coming Monday. Okay.
Hey, Ron, I got a quick question. Where is the,
Okay.
you need done?
Where is what?
Where's the work you need done on the soffit and fascia? What part of town is that?
Hazelwood?
Hazelwood, okay,
Yes.
Okay.
2 miles from Highway 270 on Powder Shell.
okay, okay, great. It might be helpful for some people, I know, because the area does make a difference. I know with what we do, some people don't want to go to certain areas because it's just out of their range, so.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask
Understand.
about that. And your friend, is that Bruce with juice?
Yes, Bruce with the juice, and
Bruce
I'm
with
Nash with
juice
the
and
cash.
Cash with Nash, okay. All right, that's great. Thank you, Ron.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Will Anita put her email or her phone number in the notes down there, the chat, please?
Working on that right now.
Okay.
I guess they'll call you to chat.
Yeah. Anytime, who else is on here? Wants to get,
Hi, this is
You-
Saujanya speaking.
yes,
Can
go
you
ahead.
hear me okay?
Yes.
I was in the last networking meeting. I really had enjoyed meeting with people. I'm a newbie here as well, looking to learn real estate, and I also applied for my realtor license, and I'll be getting that soon. Yeah, to me, real estate is simple, buying, updating, and selling, and make profit. So if my understanding is not right, if I had to learn more, I'm open to network and looking to meet new people and learn more and grow. And I'm sure you're here to help. Yeah, I'm open to network as well. I put my contact information. Please connect me if you're looking for to someone help you while you're learning. While I am learning, you're teaching, I'm learning. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, this is about, to share some of us old timers sharing what we know. I've been a longtime landlord and still am.
How's it going, you guys? And my name is Rico. I'm currently looking for someone that works in HVAC, in a property in like Emerson and Terrence. If anybody knows anyone, I'll put my contact info in the chat. Phone number is 314-438-7726. Thank you.
Hey Rico, I just had that fourplex that I have. I just had 3-minute splits that I had to replace in those units. So I have a good HVAC company that actually went in and took the condenser off the roof that was 40 feet high and installed 3-minute split, and they were very reasonable. So I can provide you their contact information.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
And I'm putting in Brian Stamey's contact information. He's my guy.
Thank you.
He's does a lot of maintenance and put in several systems for me, complete systems. There you
I
go.
just want to mention real quick, kind of like Jim did the other night, make sure you all do your own due diligence, especially if somebody contacts you outside of the network here, just for your own satisfaction, because not everybody is always has your best interest in mind. But most of us do here, and that's why we meet. But I just want to throw that out there because we have had some instances in the past, just to be aware of. And
Oh yeah, yeah. This is open to anybody who finds us on the internet, just like anything else. You need to Do your due diligence.
Still no word from Kathy, so she must have had something come up because it wasn't 20 minutes before the call that I talked to her. So
Yeah, okay, well.
that's unusual. So she must have had something come up here.
Mhm. It happens.
Maybe she forgot how to log in, John.
No, I sent her an invite. I always do that.
Okay. Who else has got something they want to share with us? Or
Well, we
anybody?
did mention the future meetings. We do have Brad Sumrock. I don't know if you guys know him. He's the apartment king. He's actually, that's at our next meeting in March. Let's see, what is the date there? That's the
The 19th.
Yeah, he will not be here in person, but he will be virtually. But this is a pretty big deal because he's like the top guy in the country on doing this kind of investing. His background, I don't know if some of you might already know that, but he was originally a engineer, and he started doing investing in multifamilies, which is larger ones, not the smaller ones like a lot of us do here. But he started, I think the first one he bought was like a 32 family, and he could, or something like that. He could fill you in on more of that. And he does large syndicates. He actually quit his engineering job, making $160,000 a year as a regular salary to pursue this. And now he goes around teaching. You might have seen him some of the he's done some things like with Rich Dad Poor Dad with Robert Kiyosaki and things like that. So he's somebody that really knows what he's doing, and they recently started calling him the apartment king. I don't know if he calls himself that or not, but that's something you want to make sure that you that you do show up for. And like Lloyd said, we're going to have, I think it's pizza if I remember right.
Yep.
If we talked about that,
Yep.
so that'll be real interesting. He's going to actually start his presentation at 7 o'clock. So you make sure you're there when the doors open at 6:30, so you can network a little bit and get yourself a place. Because I know the last meeting we had, we were pretty full with Chris Clewine with our wholesaling. And if you weren't able to come, or you, for some reason you didn't make it, go in the members section on our website and watch the replay. We have the live replay that we did streaming, and then also the kind of not really edited, but the one where we cut out, the networking and stuff. So that's really informative. Chris is actually, I consider him the master wholesaler here in the St. Louis area. And he comes from a good place, a good heart. He's not out being, he did teach some pretty high level courses for a while. I think they were like $50,000 if you wanted to learn from him, and he was gracious enough to come and teach some things to us the other night. So there's just some really valuable nuggets of information he shared with us. So if you weren't able to see that, you may want to go back and watch the replay. And if you're like me and you don't have time for everything these days, watch it on the speed of 1.25 or 1.50, depending on your comprehension level, because that's what I do a lot of times, and especially driving, because that's one nice thing that we have with the technology nowadays, is we can do a lot of that stuff while we're driving. Yeah, or wherever while we're doing something else. I know if you're a painter, you can do that too while you're painting. That's something I've done a bunch of times, because I don't necessarily watch things, but if I can listen to it, that helps a lot. So anyway, that's on the members section at STLREIA.com. If you're not a member, I would recommend that you join, because it is only $75 a year for two people at the same address, in the same household, and you get a lot for your money. I know we're all volunteers here because we are a nonprofit, which is, I don't know if there's another nonprofit anywhere in St. Louis. There may be, but there's not that
Don't
many
think so.
in the country. So, I mean, we all pay the same $75 that you guys do, and we volunteer our time. So we're not just out to make a buck and trying to shark on you or anything like that. So, just wanted to throw that out there. The circus also, we are one of the sponsors in the circus again this year. That's another reason I would highly recommend showing up. If you wanna, you could get a coloring book now if you go to their website, anybody can get that. If you don't want to print it off yourself, you could, you can order them from Amazon, but we're gonna have some more that we're gonna give away too, and we are gonna have some tickets. I think Lloyd mentioned that also. We're gonna have some tickets that we are gonna give away. Also, so circus is a lot of fun. I hadn't been to a circus until last year since I was a kid. And I've forgotten how talented some of the people are. I mean, there's and actually the guy who's our tech support from the Moolah Shrine Center, he's actually the announcer at the circus. He's got, Mike Reese, he has that great deep voice that's just a really good announcer. So you might recognize him from our meetings, but he's the one that actually does the announcements. And that's it, what, St. Charles Family Arena, I believe.
Yeah, St. Charles Family Arena. Yeah, and there's these general admission tickets that we got a bunch of. So yeah, it was great. I went last year too. Been years since I had been to the circus too, and I forgot how much fun it was. Really some talented performers.
Yeah, it's amazing more of them don't get hurt. That's what my thoughts were anyway. There's no way I'd climb up on some of that stuff, jump around like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it'll be a lot of fun. So if at all possible, mark your calendars to show up on the 19th of March. And that's the Moolah Shrine Center. We meet at the lower level in the Oasis room. So a lot of room spread out. You can we got real nice tables, a lot of and we'll have refreshments and some snacks too, along with our pizza. So if you want to get there a little bit early, I recommend being there no later than 6:30 because Brad will start promptly at 7 o'clock. So
yeah, and if you want to get pizza for sure, we're ordering pizza for 50 for the first 50. So last month we had 98 people. So be sure you get there early to get some pizza. There still should be room have a seat for everybody. But we're only ordering pizza for 50. Okay, who else has got something to want to share with us today? Anybody got I'm still looking for my siding soffit guy. Having a senior moment. I can't remember his first name to bring him up on my contact list, but I was hoping it would hit me here before we go away. Oh, wait a second. There he is. I had Brian Stamey up for my AC guy. I thought his name was Brian. Yeah, Brian Dodd. He does. He's done a lot of siding, mostly repairs. When I've had some hail damage, and it wasn't enough that the insurance company would pay to reside the whole house. I have had that done in the past. That's a sweet thing when it happens. When you got 25-year-old siding and you get a hailstorm and they don't make the siding anymore, so State Farm decided to go ahead and reside my whole house rather than just the one side that was damaged. But when I bought properties that had some damage like that, I've had he's come in and replaced, he'll replace one side. Hey, I'm not that particular. If it's got white siding, it's not an exact match on a rental house, that's good. Just replaced one side or one section, and he does soffits and fascias too. His name was Brian Dodd. The Dodd Group, DODD. His mobile number is 636-699-9001. And I'll put that in the chat here too.
Could we have that contact information in the chat?
Yes, I will. I'm getting ready to put it in right now. While somebody else goes ahead and tells us what they're doing.
Couple other future meetings, we can go ahead and mention too, if you want. We have, let's see, in April, we've got Troy Galloway scheduled. He's a contractor. He does litigation, all kinds of stuff. He's an expert witness in court cases for contractors, and actually against them and for them. And he's been doing this for over 48 years. We're happy. You might have seen him. He has a radio show and a podcast and a couple other things. He's local, kind of local to our area. I think he's out of, I want to say maybe Winsville, and I could be wrong on that, but he is local here. Kristen and I talked to him the other day. Very dynamic guy, very much very interesting, and he's got a lot of good insights. And he goes more like, instead of being the expert, it's more like the questions he asks is more important than the answers he gives, which is a little different take in most of the experts I've talked to. So that'll be very interesting. Then in May, let's see, we've got housing inspector from St. Louis County. So you want to be sure to mark your calendars for that also. We met and talked with him the other night. That was somebody that actually Jim Choik, I don't think Jim's here today because he's in Japan, but he mentioned, he introduced us to him. And this guy is very interesting too. He's kind of a no bones guy, tells you why he looks for what he does and why he will not cut corners, because he's also was a firefighter for 7 years. So he's probably got more insight on inspections than a lot of the people I've run into, and a lot of us have run into over the last few years. So if you have anything to do with St. Louis County, I think he does have a certain region, but if you do, and even if you don't have anything to do with St. Louis County, you can learn a lot from the inspectors on why they do what they do. And of course, he'll be there to answer all your questions too, because I know some of us end up with specific questions on some things that, on some properties maybe that we had. And so mark your calendar for that too in May. We got a lot of other good things coming up, but those are the next few months. And we've been working, pretty diligently on that, because we do want to bring you as much as we possibly can as far as good information. So just a couple of things I want to throw out there. And of course, we meet every Friday. We're going to be starting our 5th year next month. And that is thanks to Kathy, even though she's not here right now. And I'm sure she had something pretty important come up, because that's not, she is always, she's always here. So, and I just checked my email again and I didn't see nothing from her. So let's see. Okay, I did just now hear from her. She just sent me a message here. She's on a call, stuck on a call with the judge right now. So I'm sure the judge takes precedence over us right now, and she'll.
Yeah, I wouldn't want her to hang up on a judge. So she has a very good rapport with all the judges, even around St. Louis and throughout the state, in fact. So.
Yeah, in fact, we'll probably, what we'll do is we'll just schedule her for next week. It looks like she's going to be a few more minutes, and I know we're going to be coming up on the hour, and then we try to limit it to 1 hour. So we'll go ahead and schedule her for next week. I apologize for any inconvenience, but the judge is probably more important than us. And in fact, if she was working on one of your cases, I'm sure you would think that too.
For sure.
Maybe one of our cases. Who knows?
It could be. Not one of mine right now, but it could have been in the past. So.
And that's another thing too. Some of the things that she's so valuable for our group, but some of the things, even like the clauses you put in your lease that she shared with us to avoid, the trial by jury and some of that stuff. And she's so graciously given that to us, over the years. In fact, if you don't have that, I highly recommend that you copy her lease or get a hold of their office and have them look at yours, because that stuff will save you so much time and heartache down the road, and money too. Because it's one thing to file the eviction, it's another thing because there are professional renters out there. I've had a couple of them myself over the years, and they will take you to court, keep doing it, and take you to the jury trial and all that kind of stuff. And your property usually does not get better in the meantime for people that do that. So that's just something if you can avoid stuff up front, I would highly recommend that. And that's one of the things that Kathy shares with us, is some of her clauses and her model lease. Actually, I would take her model lease. In fact, that's what I did years ago, is I took hers and then changed it a little bit and then had them look at it. Because it doesn't take much to do that up front, but it takes a lot down the road to try to correct things. So
Is
so
hey, John,
next week.
Hey, John, is her lease available for review or where is it? Do you guys
Yeah,
have it?
yeah, just send me an email and I'll be happy to send it to you. I'll put my
Thanks, John.
email in the chat. Best one probably is just ams826@yahoo.com. And I'll send you a copy of her model lease.
Yeah, I think she gave it out, well, one of the last times she was on, I saw after
Mhm.
the meeting.
Yeah, she did, and it's
Really?
okay to call their office. She just gave me a copy because it's a lot of back and forth sometimes because they're
Mhm.
talking to the office personnel and there's just things and a lot of times she has better things to do, like talk to the judge.
Yeah.
Than to send us a copy of the
Been
lease.
sending out
We do have
email
that.
copies of their release, yeah, so she's glad to share. And so if you ever do need their services, you know you're well protected by using her lease. She's familiar with the format and she know you're pretty well protected from any things that like John says, professional tenants. I've had a few cases, and I haven't had some of the worst cases that I've heard about, but the best things you can do is head off those cases in advance. If a professional tenant would see those kind of clauses in there that they might steer away from your property and find somebody that doesn't have such a good lease. They can take advantage of it. So
I just put their phone number in the chat too, Catherine Davis. It's 314-962-1115. So if you do need anything, or even they're really good even about asking, questions. If you have a question ahead of time. And my experience is it's better to find out ahead of time than to correct it after the fact. So they're depending on where you're at, and they're in the whole tri-county. Well, it's actually more than that, more than 3 counties, but they're in our whole area. Even if you're in Illinois, they do have somebody they work with over there. But depending on who, where you're at, they do have specific county questions that you can ask too.
yeah, their attorneys go down to Jefferson County and out to St. Charles and Lincoln County too. I know that for sure. She's talked about it, along with St. Louis City and County. It's their main areas of operation. Okay. Who's got something else? Sorry about James. I just saw James here. I know he's on here specifically because he had a question about the Corporate Transparency Act going on. So I told him, well, tune in Friday. Sorry, Kathy can't be here today. But yeah, hopefully she's available next Friday and can join us. But in the meantime, if nobody has anything else, I guess we can wrap it up here. Hope to see as many of you can make it on Monday, the 4th of March, 11 o'clock to whenever at the Applebee's on Olive. Olive at 270, that's 11950 Olive Boulevard in Creve Coeur. We'll be there at 11, and we should have a section reserved. And just tell the host that you're with us, looking for the St. Louis Real Estate Investor Group, and you'll find if you get there late, you'll find a bunch of rowdies. You'll identify the crowd. All the people talking loudly, everybody talking at once. Yeah, we have some pretty good times. Okay, well, I don't have anything else myself. John kind of covered the waterfront on our upcoming meetings. Got some great speakers lined up the next couple of months too, for our main event. So hope to see you all there. And like I said, especially for lunch next Monday. If not, we'll see you here next Friday. Okay. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.